Welcome back. Chapter 6, Linear Equations. Last chapter, we learned about algebraic expression. This is an algebraic expression that comprises of two algebraic terms, variable and number. On the right hand side, we have something called equation. What is the difference here? Because there is an equal sign here. Algebraic expression with equal sign is called an equation. So on my left is algebraic expression, on my right is called equation. The difference is one with an equal sign, one there is no equal sign. With that, try out this practice makes habit. Question number 1. Which math sentences is expression and which one is equation? So write down this and then you'll tell me, is this an expression or an equation? What does this equal sign really mean? Equal sign means on my left, let's say I have 100 ringgit, and on my right I have 50 ringgit plus 50 ringgit. So it comes together. On my right I have 50 plus 50. On my right the total is 100 ringgit. So when I have the left and the right the same, I can put an equal sign. What if I have on my left I have 200 ringgit, but on my right I only have a total of 100 ringgit? Can I put an equal sign? No, you can't. You have to put an unequal sign. So when I have an equal sign, the left and the right has to be the same in total. Similarly, when I come to number, I have 2 on the left and 1 plus 1 on the right. So on the left I have 2, on the right I have 1 plus 1 equals to 2. Then left and right, they are the same, so I can put an equal sign here. But do you think 2 and 1, are they equal? No, if they are not, I'll put an not equal sign. Last chapter we learned about this is called an algebraic expression. Why? Because there is a variable here. This is called one type of variable because there is only x here, only one type. This chapter we'll learn about equation. I'll add on equal to 8. So the whole thing now becomes an equation. And this chapter is about linear equation. And this is also a linear equation. How to identify that? Because the power of the variable is 1. So if the power of the variable is 1, it's called linear. So the whole thing here is called a linear equation in one type variable. Here I'm going to show you what is a linear equation in one type variable. So first, let's look at x here. X, this is called a variable. If there is only x in this mathematical sentence, then it is called equation in one type of variable. But if there are x and y, that means it is counted as two variables. If there is an x squared, it is still one type because there is only x here. So it is still one variable. So look through the mathematical sentence equation and count how many types. If x, one type, xy, two types, xyz, three types. Next, what is this? If in the mathematical equation there is an equal, that means this is an equation. And what is this? It is a number. So this is not called as variable, it is a number. This is interesting. I have 1 here. So 1 is called a power of x here. So if this is the power, if the power is 1, we call it as a linear equation. If the power is not 1, that means this equation is not linear. Even if the power is -1, it is not linear. And the last one here, x. If x appears 2 times, but it is still the same alphabet, still x, so it is still counted as one variable. I'm going to show you what is not a linear equation in one variable. X squared plus 5 equals to 0. Check. Variable? Yes, only x. Check for equation? Yes, and equal sign. But linear or not? Check for the power of x. Power of x is 2. No. Power of x is 1. They're only in linear. So this is not a linear equation because the power of x is equals to 2. How about this? 1 over x plus 5 equals to 0. Check. One type of variable? Equation? But how about the power? Teacher, there is no power here. Something very new here. 1 over x is also equals to x to the power of negative 1. So with this is not 1. So this is also not a linear equation in one variable because the power of x is equals to negative 1. xy plus 5 equals to 0. Check. One variable, two variable. Equation and the power is 1 is 1. No, this is not a linear equation in one variable because there are two variables here. Last one. I have x bracket x plus 5 bracket equals to 0. How, teacher? With this, you have to distribute the x inside here. So first, do whatever in the bracket. No, you can't simplify. So next, break the bracket. Break the bracket by checking the sign. The sign here is, there is no minus. So I can just take this away, but be very careful. There is an alphabet here. So I have to times in. So x times x, I'll have x squared. Plus I'll put down x times 5, I'll have 5x equals to 0. With this, then you can check variable, yes, x, one type, and equation, yes, equal sign, but the power here is 2, and the power here is 1. Even there's 1, but this is 2. This is not a linear equation in one variable. Pretty clear? Therefore, to check whether this is a linear equation in one variable, there are three things to check. First, check whether it is an one variable. Check for the alphabet. Next, check whether there is an equal sign here. If there is, that means it is an equation. And third, check whether this is a linear. Linear means I have to check the power of the variable. Check whether it is 1. If it's not, then it is not a linear equation. So now we have learned what is a linear equation in one variable call. Now for a linear equation to be true, I have 4x minus 7 equals to x plus 5. So if it has to be true, that means the left has to be equals to the right. If I have 100 ringgit on the left, I also have to get the same value, which is 100 ringgit in total on the right. Then only it is equal and it is true. So for a true linear equation, the left hand side value has to be equal to the right hand side value. And with this, we are able to find what is x here. So the next thing we have to learn is how to find x and solve the linear equation in one variable. So there are three methods. First, you can try and error, 尝试和犯错. Or second method, maintaining balance, 保持两边的平衡. Or the third method is called backtracking, 走回头路. Let me show you how. First, try and error 尝试和犯错. For example, I have 4x minus 7 equals to x plus 5. It has to be a true equation, that means the left and the right hand side has to be the same value. So try and error 尝试 和犯错. So try for the first time. Let's try to put x equals to 1 inside the left hand side. So x equals to 1, bracket, minus 7. So 4 times 1 is 4, minus 7, you copy down. 4 minus 7, I have negative 3. And on the right hand side, I also put it to x equals to 1. X equals to 1, 1 plus 5 equals to 6. And you find that negative 3 and 6, but they are not equal. So x is not 1. 尝试和犯错. Try again the second one. Let's try x equals to 2. So I put the x equals to 2 inside left hand side. I'll have 4 times 2 equals to 8. Negative 7, put down. 8 minus 7, I'll have 1. On the right hand side, x equals to 2. 2 plus 5 equals to 7. And 1 is not equals to 7. Therefore, x is not equals to 2. Try again, x equals to 3. I put 3 to replace x. 4 times 3, 12. 12 minus 7, I have 5. On the right hand side, I have 3. 3 plus 5 equals to 8. And 5 is not equals to 8. So x is also not 3. Try again. X equals to 4. Put x equals to 4 inside the left hand side. I'll have 4 times 4, 16. Minus 7 equals to 9. And on the right hand side, x equals to 4. 4 plus 5 also equals to 9. Wow! Finally, we are here. The left hand side is equals to the right hand side. Therefore, x is equals to 4. So as you can see, try and error is something that you have to put in different values to try on the left hand side and on the right hand side. If they are the same, that means x is the answer and you found it. So try this out. Practice makes habit. Question number 3. One of the numbers in bracket is the correct solution, but I don't know which one. So I want you to try to put x equals to 0 and check whether the left hand side and the right hand side are the same. And if it's not, try x equals to 1. Try x equals to 2. Try x equals to 3 and tell me what is x here. What is x here in B? What is x here in C? What is x here in D? What is P here in E? What is A here in F? Enjoy trying. Quiz in class. Question number 4. What integers, 哪个整数, make the following true? Let's look at question number A. Q minus Q equals to 0. So using try and error, 尝试和犯错. Let's try. Q equals to 0. Could that be? Q minus 0 equals to 0. Yes. But only Q equals to 0? Or can it also be Q equals to 1? Try. 1 minus 1 equals to 0. Yes, possible. Could it be any number? Try and put in any number. Does that equals to 0 too? Or there's no number can represent Q because left and right hand side, they are not the same. So I would like you to go through all these A, B, C until L, and then be prepared and we'll do the quiz in the class together. The first method we learned was try and error. You have to put in x equals to 1, x equals to 2, x equals to 3, x equals to 4. Keep on trying until the left and the right are the same. This is the first method. Simple, but it takes very long time to get the final answer. Second method called maintaining balance, 保持平衡. Let's say I have a balance here. On this stick, left and right are the same. So I notice that there are 2 balls and 3 cubes. 2 balls and 3 cubes. And then I have 11 balls here. Because it is balanced, so I can say that 3x plus 2 on the left is equal to the 11 balls on the right. Now I'm very interested to find out what is x. First method, you put in x equals to 1, x equals to 2, x equals to 3 to check left and right whether they are the same. Until they are the same, then you get the final x. But now, second method. 2 balls disappeared. And 11 balls become 9. What happened? Oh, I take out 2 balls from the left and also take out 2 balls from the right. Therefore, 3x plus 2 minus 2 becomes 0. 11 minus 2 becomes 9. 3x equals to 9. So what is x now? 1 cube is equals to 3 ball. So x equals to 3. How? From here, 3x equals to 9. To balance on the left and on the right, I divide left by 3 so that I can cancel the 3 off, and I also divide the right by 3. Oh, I get x equals to 3. This is how I find the answer for x. Very fast, very direct, by using minus 2 on the left, minus 2 on the right. Divide by 3 on the left, divide by 3 on the right. So whatever you do on the left, you have to do the same on the right. Let's look at here. Plus the same on both sides, left and right. If I have x minus 3 equals to 8, so I want to find the final x equals to something. This is my objective. So what should I do? Oh, there's negative here. So I can plus 3 on the left and also plus 3 on the right. So it is balanced left and right. So by plus 3 on both sides, minus 3 plus 3, it becomes 0. And I'll get, how about minus? Minus on the same for both sides. So I have this x plus 4 equals to 18. Again, I want to get only x on the left. What is x now? Oh, there's a plus 4 here. To make it disappear, I have to minus 4 on the left and also minus 4 on the right. Therefore, I have plus 4 minus 4, can slash it off, becomes 0, and 18 also minus 4. I'll get x equals to 18 minus 4 is 14. So this is the answer. Next, using multiply. Also the same on both sides. I have x divided by 4 equals to negative 7. Again, my objective is to find x equals to a number here. So, but then there is a divide 4 here. So to make this divide 4 disappear, I have to times 4 so that I can slash the top and bottom off. Times 4 on the left times 4 on the right. So I'll have something like that. The next step, and then I slash it over. I'll get x equals to negative 7 times 4, which is negative 28. The last one is divide. Divide the same on left and right sides. Let's look at this. 5x equals to 15. So again, my objective is to get x equals to a number. So I have to get this disappeared. So to take 5 away, I need to understand between 5 and x there is a hidden times here. So hidden times, I have to put both sides on divide by 5 and right divide by 5 so that I can cancel them off. 155, 155, 155, 3, 5, 15. Therefore, I'll get x equals to 3. In a nutshell, when you want to maintain balance on the left and right and you see x plus 4 equals to 18. So plus, I need to add minus. Minus what? Minus this number so that it can become 0. Minus 4 on the left, minus 4 on the right. And when you see minus, x minus 3 equals to 8, when you see minus, then you have to add in plus, so that it can balance off. Plus what number? Of course, plus 3, so that minus 3 plus 3 becomes 0, and on the left plus 3, on the right too, plus 3. And when you see this 5x equals to 15, between 5 and x, because I want to find the answer x equals to a number, when you see times, you have to put divide with the same number. And again, when you see divide, I have to add times. Times what number? Times the same number. So then there can be slash off and become 1. Times 4 on the left and times 4 on the right. When you see plus and minus, you use minus and plus. When you see times and divide, and you use divide and times.